Being a lazy kid. I joined Roblox around 2014. Shout out all my OGs who know the classics. Epic Minigames, Murder Mystery, Death Run, Base Wars, Stop It Slender, Mad Games, Lumber Tycoon 2, Apocalypse Rising. I could go on. Festive events, Egg Hunts, Summer Games, Winter Games, Hallows Eve. But of course, I would be lying if I told you I never played any of those roleplay games, like the Town of Robloxia, Boys and Girls Hangout, and even Meep City. A lot of people call this era the golden age of Roblox. Look, I'm not bragging, but my point is, I started playing Roblox at a time where creativity was at an all-time high. So, even though it eventually ruined my life, you know, I just couldn't help myself. World building. By my definition, world building is essentially the art of decking out an imaginary world with a load of consistent rules, characters, structures, and cultures. The way I see it, the more time and care you put into these aspects of your fictional world makes your audience's experience all the more immersive and memorable. I love world building. I didn't know it back then, but all my favorite TV shows, movies, and video games had incredible world building, and there's a good chance that yours do too. But being a lazy kid I was, I never explored my interests outside of what was put right in front of me. I was naive, I lacked self-confidence, and all I wanted to do was escape from reality. And because of that ignorance, I was vulnerable. I lost my very first Roblox account ever to a Robux scam. It was nothing too complex, probably something like, give me your password and I'll give you free Robux. And like a comically large pool of gold coins, I fell for the lie. Needless to say, after that, I pretty much quit Roblox entirely and started playing another super underrated game called Minecraft. Okay. At this point, you're probably thinking,
how did any of this get your life ruined?
How did you get those clockworks?
Who even falls for Robux scams?
what a moron. And okay, that's totally fair, but I promise this context is important, so just hear me out. Dude, that was bad. Oh, fuck. Remember what I said about world building? Well, this game might as well have invented the concept. The beautiful music, the simple game loop, blocky art style, the lonely atmosphere. The world building of Minecraft was simply perfection. Still is. It was more than just a sandbox game to me. It was a virtual reality with no limits. Okay, maybe some limits. But that's the beauty of Minecraft. It forces you to be creative. It wants you to push that box and think outside of it. I mean, everyone plays the game a little differently, but for me, I was absolutely hooked on the building aspect. Something about traversing an immersive landscape that you just know someone spent countless hours on, all the while a graceful soundtrack plays over the sound of your footsteps and surrounding foliage. It kept me totally hypnotized. After a while, I forgot about my old account, and I was ready to return to Roblox. And with my newfound love for building, I finally decided to experiment with Roblox Studio for the first time.
Sorry, that might be a bit confusing. How do I make a menu screen? What the heck is a Lua script? Whatever. It can't be that hard to figure out.
3 hours later.
Ugh, this sucks. Can't I just make a game without Lua, load of crap, that's what it is. I just want to make something cool. There's got to be a shortcut or something. Wait a minute. This is incredible. I feel like I could live here. Yeah, this is perfect. There's no code, but these games feel alive. I could make something like this. I mean, who said you gotta be smart to make cool stuff?
And thus began my journey as a contract builder on Roblox. You could hardly call me a developer, but I would usually address myself as one out of self-preservation. I mean, I couldn't code or model, but I could use building tools and plugins, which was good enough to get me hired for a few odd jobs.
My new name is Designs.
Yeah, I know, right? Wicked name snipe. Being a young teen at the time, I'd never actually worked for anyone before. I still lacked a lot of experience with Roblox Studio too. Sure, I'd explored my interest a little, but I refused to step outside of my comfort zone. Roblox was still an escape for me. I didn't want to learn new stuff. I didn't want to work too hard. I never even considered improving my skills or fixing my shortcomings.
It'll work itself out.
Or
it's good enough.
I told myself I didn't want my hobby to become a chore. My anxiety was holding me back, and it was showing in my work. With every project, my contractor said the same thing. It needs to be bigger. It's too small.
Too small.
Yeah, somehow, within a few months, I'd already developed an unbreakable bad habit. I was so hung up on making my sets feel immersive that I discarded one of the most integral elements of world building, the scale. Go bigger.
Okay.
I said go bigger.
I'm trying.
Are you stupid? You build so tiny. Go bigger.
I'm sorry.
Go bigger, you idiot.
You know what? You're fired.
I mean, this was supposed to be my hobby, my escape from reality, a chance to share my work with the world and make a bit of Robux on the side. But after hundreds of hours of labor, I barely scraped in $30 worth. And that wasn't even the worst part. Whether I was unpaid, treated like crap, or even just blatantly ripped off, what hurt me the most was when my work was tossed aside. The pain I felt knowing that the project I'd poured so much passion into would never see the light of day. It was soul-crushing. So, if nobody wanted to use my builds, I would need to publish them on my own.
Time to get rich.
One eternity later.
Bro, this place is empty.
Oh, hey, welcome to... Oh, it's just you.
How long have you been just standing there?
I don't know, like a few days maybe?
Ooh!
Could be right to make a night cycle.
You do realize you need to promote the game to get players, right? But ads cost Robux. I needed funds, and I needed them fast. I had to become a Roblox entrepreneur. So, after demonstrating some impressive salesmanship skills with my parents, I got my filthy hands on a Builders Club membership and began the new phase of my Roblox career. All the OGs know about this place. They called it the Trade Hangout. For those who don't know, long ago, before the birth of the user-generated catalog, Roblox used to be the one sole provider of all accessories on the catalog. Most accessories have a set value and an infinite stock, but some items were sold with a limited stock. These items became highly sought after, because not only were they sold in low quantities, but they were also objectively the coolest looking cosmetics in the game. As a kid, I had no idea what I was getting into. I saw all these rich guys with tons of limiteds and I thought,
surely it can't be that hard.
but oh boy. Oh boy, I was wrong. You see, success with trading limiteds requires a basic understanding of supply and demand. This kid didn't know what those two words meant. Any experienced Roblox trader would look at the value charts to gauge the actual wrap of an item, and the pros could immediately identify the demand of an item upon first glance. But this little jit here, he was way too lazy and stupid to look at that boring crap, so he ended up wasting all of his Robux on terrible items with poor demand and losing even more Robux from trading them away for projected items. And if you don't know what projected means, don't worry, you're not alone, because the only way to know if an item is projected is to check the value charts. And just as I said, I wasn't gonna look at that boring crap.
Yeah, I don't want to do math. I'm trying to get rich. Rich people don't do math, right?
I don't know, don't look at me.
Wait, but you've got clockwork headphones on. Aren't they worth like 300,000 Robux or something?
Oh, you mean these? Don't you worry, little buddy. All will be revealed very soon.
Dude, just tell... Hey, where you going? Hey, tell me how to get rich.
Eventually, through various means I won't disclose, I got my grubby hands on a Valkyrie helm. At the time, the Valkyrie was valued at 45,000 Robux. I was already halfway to becoming a poster boy on all those group ad thumbnails, but it wasn't enough for me. I got greedy. Which is actually great for trade. I mean, greedy people are usually very successful, but I was greedy and stupid, which just makes you doubly stupid. So one day, I received an interesting offer for my Valkyrie, but it wasn't just a trade request, no. The offer arrived as a message in my inbox.
You've got mail.
Hello, Oblivical.
Yeah, that was my name. I went through a few phases.
You got a 45,000 Robux item. Yeah, that's true. I have a group that makes me 1,000 Robux a week. You want to do a trust trade?
Now, any intelligent person would immediately see the red flags here, and by some sheer luck, I actually had my guard up for once. However, even a careful idiot is still an idiot. I was blinded by the dream of owning a group with lots of members and a revenue stream. But it wasn't just the passive income that got me interested. I wanted my own community. I wanted a place to share my passion for making cool stuff. I wanted people to see my work. This trade offer could be my golden ticket to success with game development. I knew that it was probably too good to be true, and it was. But I took the bait. My entire wrap value vanished in an instant. All my Robux that I built up over the course of my entire Roblox career went up in smoke. So I was too stupid and gullible to be a trader, too stubborn and petty to be a developer. What was it all for? I thought. It was at that point I realized Roblox wasn't an escape from reality anymore. I was trapped in a virtual prison, and it was time to make my prison break. So I changed my name, donated the last of my Robux, and signed out. In my mind, I was never going to play Roblox ever again. Around this point in my life, I was actually struggling quite a bit in the real world. I was in and out of school, my grades were dropping rapidly, and I was so ashamed that I started distancing myself from a lot of my friends. I had no idea how dependent I was on Roblox to avoid all my problems, and I felt as if I had nothing left in the real nor the virtual world. That was except for one place. Even though I was almost entirely inactive on Roblox at this point, I was still very active on YouTube. I never watched a lot of Roblox content, but there was one specific channel that I could always count on to brighten my morning just a bit each day.
Boy, straight up off the toilet right now.
I really got into the Flamingo community around when Roblox myths were at its peak.
Look at that ugly thing. Does he just always look like that? He's online right now.
It just so happened that one of Flamingo's stalkers had his joins on while doing some myth hunting. I didn't know it back then, but by sheer luck, this was the beginning of a friendship that would change my life forever. His name was Desired. Wait, no, sorry, that's me. Temperist. Yes, that Temperist. The real deal. He has slimmed down quite a bit since I met him, but other than that, he hasn't changed at all. Oh, minus all the YouTube stuff, of course.
That's not really my thing. Editing is way too much work. I'm actually a developer.
Yeah, right. Barely. I still knew nothing about scripting at this point, and my building skills were totally outdated to say the least.
You know, I can